Hello and welcome to my mid-year book freakout tag. So this basically is a set of questions about books that I have read so far and I will answer them one by one. Let's get into it. So the first question is how many books and what kind of books have you read this year so far? So in this first half of 2020, I have read 32 books. It's a lot compared to my usual amount of reading, and I've been really enjoying it. And as far as what kind of books I have read on themes of death, some books quite interesting, some books with female protagonists, and little bit of feminist themes, and some Japanese literature, some YA thrillers or thrillers, mysteries, and little bit of romance. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is the best book you have read this year so far? So my best book this year was Killing Commendatore by Murakami Haruki. I'm a big Murakami fan, and this book is about a portrait maker. It's an interesting profession, and it's this book is very difficult to describe, but it's about his loneliness and self discovery, and it has a lot of magical realism as per usual for Murakami, and it is an enjoyable experience. I would recommend it. Next question is the best sequel you have read this year so far. I haven't been reading any fantasy series this year, and I don't really generally read too many series, but I have read one sequel. Technically, it's a romantic graphic novel called Heartstopper by Alice Osman, and it's very cute. It's about two boys in love, and they are teenagers, and it's very fluffy, and the art is pretty nice too. The next question is about the new releases of this year that I'm excited to read about. The first one is What Lies Between Us by John Mars. I read John Mars books this year, two books. First one is called The Passengers, and the other one is called The One, and both are kind of science fiction-y, remind me of Black Mirror. Very interesting. And the next one, the new one that I'm planning to read is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and it is a book about race, and it is about these twins. I think they are biracial, half black, half white, I think, and I'm a twin, and I have experienced like living apart from my twin, and it really sounds like an interesting story. This book is kind of based on these two twins who are living away apart from each other, and I will be definitely reading this year. The next question is about what are your most anticipated books of the other half, next half of the year. So I have many, but I will talk about a couple. First one is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. I read her book Convenience Store Woman and thoroughly enjoyed it because when I studied in Japan, I worked in a convenience store part time, and it was a very nostalgic experience to read about this woman who works in a convenience store. And it's a very existential book, and like how it's really difficult to fit in the society, especially the Japanese society, if you are not a certain way. I really enjoyed her writing, and this next one, Earthling, I am looking forward to it as well. The next book I'm really anticipating this year is called Who We Are Reading When We Are Reading Murakami by David Karashima, and it is about how Murakami books have been translated, and more about Murakami and the translators, and probably gonna get a lot of behind the scenes stuff about his novels and translations. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it will come out in September. Yeah. The next question is what is the biggest disappointment of a book in this half of this year? So I read a book called Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and I really enjoyed the book. So I picked up another book by the same author called The Last Time I Lied, and it was the biggest disappointment. It was a very long read, kind of drawn out, and the twist was not very good, and there were some plot holes, and I was kind of disappointed.
The next question is my new favorite author. So it can be a new author to me or an author who has debuted or like published their first book, which is both true in this author's case, which is Noise. I'm really sorry again. I cannot pronounce this word. It is an Irish author called Nisha Dolan, and the book I read about by her is called Exciting Times. Oh my god, I can go on and on about this book. I really loved it, and I am going to go on and on about it because the next question is newest fictional crush, and the protagonist of this book, Exciting Times, Ava, is my new fictional crush. She is an Irish girl who goes to Hong Kong in this book as an English teacher, and she is noticing all the differences between the culture of her country and of Hong Kong, and I can relate to that experience because I lived a couple of years in Japan, and it is quite a culture shock to go from your country to some different country, and it is also quite interesting to read about her experiences in her social life or romantic life, because I think she likes both guys and girls, and the book is about like her relationship with a man and a woman, and the differences between both the relationships, and it is a very cleverly written book. I think she also has very quick witty dialogues in this book, or it was really interesting. I really liked it. Into the next question, most beautiful book cover that I have bought or received this year. So this is one of the ones that I found very beautiful, and another one that I thought was very beautiful, this book, Girls Burn Brighter by Shobha Rao. And in a typical YouTube video making fashion, I have lost the rest of the footage that I filmed, and I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.